Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late.
Orada da durmazsın bu arada.
He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again. Suddenly, his body was gone. I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stay on my feet. The radiator had broken when I hit the hitchhiker. The car wasn't going anywhere. I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
Vehement, hoş geldin. Çok teşekkürler. Sapık da Ege'ye abonelik hediye etmiş. Çok teşekkür ederim. Hoş geldiniz. Sağ olun. Vladimir'i okumuştum.
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God? You think you can just make up stuff? Play with people's lives and kill them when you think it adds to the drama? You're in this story now, and I'll make you suffer! You're a joke. There wouldn't be a single readable sentence in your books if it wasn't.
Gölgemiz mi acaba?
You'll never publish another one of your shit stories. I'm gonna It's not like your stories are...
Adamın sözünü kestik gibi oldu.
You missed your deadline. Damn.
Falan diye bir zıplama.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
Vay. Hadi bakalım. Petito.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation?
Bu mu oğlum full hızın ya? Eyvah. Köprülerin yıkılmadığı bir an var mı acaba? Birine de benziyor mu?
I was trapped. There was no way out.
Tanıdık bir göz mü chat? Max Payne oynayan var mı?
The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out. Follow the light.
Evet, öyle dümdüz değil.
You should go into the light. You are only safe there. Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand? No.
Bence de. Oyunun yapımcısı Remedy. Max Payne'in yapımcısı. 1 ve 2'nin.
I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing. The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light. Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away. You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Aldın mı, almadın mı? Ha, cephane aldım. Tamam lan sus.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now. In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
Evet, ışıkla önce karanlığı yok ediyoruz içindeki chat. Falan bütün mood'u bozan bir ses, emin miyiz yani? Epic Games bundan. Önce içindeki karanlığı söküyoruz adamın ışıkla. Sonra ona zarar verebiliyoruz. Gibi. Pilimiz bitti. Allah. Remaster'da yok, evet. Remaster'da Epic'te var. Ha. Allah. Evet, pil. Ha. Okay. Okan hoş geldin 23. ayı. Çok teşekkür ederim. Biraz kalabalıksınız. Şeyi nasıl şey yapıyorum acaba? Aa, nasıl oldu o iş? Ha, silahı değiştirdim ben çünkü. Okey, şimdilik buna geçelim. Kalabalık gelirsin. Flare gun almışız chat. İşaret şeyi. O böyle bir etkide bulunuyor demek ki. Okay. Koş ulan, hemen enerjim bitiyor, öleceksin ya. Bu nasıl bir koşma hızı? Evet, ölümden kaçarken kahve termosu aldık. Çok da gergin değil ya. Vay. ZTC sesi 6. ayı çok teşekkürler, hoş geldin.
Baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Smell the fart acting yaptı Friends'ten. Ahlatçı 10. ayı, dikiş tutmaz 2. ayı, 3D Prof'un çıtırlığı ve hemen okumuştum. Oyunun kamerası mı? Hallederiz. Valla ben oynayalı çok uzun zaman oldu. Eski grafiklerini hatırlamıyorum şu anda. Ne kadar geliştirmişler bilmiyorum.
Let's act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Niye adamın biriyle çekiyoruz?
I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear. Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
Çok creepy bu arada ya.
Lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Adamın fotoğrafını çekiyoruz böyle.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Ne çekiyorsun bu kadar ya?
I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you.
Can Komancığım hatırlamıyorum. Çok uzun zaman oldu orijinalini oynayalı. Dolayısıyla Remastered hakkında pek bir yorum yapamayacağım. Ama herhalde YouTube'da şeyleri vardır. Karşılaştırmaları falan.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones. And I see you made a friend. That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah. We just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge.
Sağ olun chat.
So, how is the place?
Sorulara cevap
Has it gotten
verdiğiniz
your
için.
creative
Deft bu arada
juices
3.
flowing?
aya hoş geldin.
We're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Önemli bir tek Epic de var zaten.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car. We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord.
GTA'yı oynarız herhalde.
He's waiting for us. I'll go
Anılar.
fill her up when you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes.
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave.
Aa,
I'd
sprint
forgotten
hearing
there were
oluyor.
still places like this. Towns where
Bitsin
everybody
de
knew
be.
everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake, Alan Wake. Oh, God, I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yani oyun durunca açarız.
I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment.
Lotuş Bey'e hoş geldin 10. aya.
Leave it. I've got all of your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you.
Bir yazarı bir kartonunu tutacak kadar sevmek. Hiç böyle bir
Try
şey.
the coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
Yeah,
Merhaba.
that makes two of us.
Do me a favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ha!
It does that. Get stuck. Yeah. You need to give it a good solid whack.
Ha, hızlı bas demek istiyormuş ya.
You put the lime in the coconut. Drink 'em
Bu ne ya?
up.
Just because
Now
we're
that's what I'm
brothers, don't
talking
think I
about,
won't
yet.
murder you. This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I
Eyvallah.
can handle it, ma'am.
I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find Stuckey, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did.
Hello?
İnanılmaz. Kim plağa tokat atıyor ya chat? Böyle bir şey yaşandı mı yani gerçi?
Mr. Stuckey?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
Evet. Görevi iptal chat. Otelde kalırız daha iyi. Ablacığım iyi misin? Her şey yolunda.
Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
Tamamdır. Eyvallah. Evet. Ablacığım haklıymışsın. Bu kadar yakınına göre. Ne oldu? Geçemiyorum.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you all right?
Splendid! Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon if I lift it. And heavier than a...
Eyvallah, çok güzel hikaye, serin hikaye.
They're local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Sormadım ama eyvallah, sağ olasın. Hadi görüşürüz.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
Bye bye. Yani o kadından güvenip
and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
Wow.
That diner was a real nut house.
Can you believe this place?
Peki gerçek anahtarlarımız oradaysa biz nereye gidiyoruz şu an falan diyor.
I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on KBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful
Emre Ment, hoş
writer, but
geldin
that was
ikinci
a
ayı.
long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years. Not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while. See those stars winking down at you? It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
Remastered'dan beklentiniz ne ki? Öyle olması lazım zaten. Remake değil yani. Adı üstünde remastered tabii ki. Birazcık daha günümüze uyarlıyorlar
Don't worry,
işte.
honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
O an diye koşuyor böyle.
I'm okay.
Merak etme hayatım falan diye.
The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
Duydunuz mu chat? Evet, bence de o köprü yıkılır. İbelius'cum hoş geldin 5. ayı, sağ ol kral. Duydunuz mu chat? Eşimizde karanlık fobisi varmış. Eşimiz gelmiyor falan. Tamam. Biz ışıkları açacağız. Sonra gelecek. Ya,
Here we go.
bu ne kardeşim ya? David Cage mi yaptı bunu?
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
Okay.
Sure thing. I'm on it. Hello? Anyone here?
Bir dakika, kahve termosunu almam lazım chat. Sonra geriliriz. Bir cızırtı duyuyorum. Jeneratör neden üst katta olsun ki?
For a moment, the oppressive feel of the nightmare I had seen on the ferry returned. Damn.
Ne dersin, artık burada kalma
I
fikrini?
needed to get the power running in the cabin. There had to be a fuse box or a generator somewhere on the island.
O ne, arı kostümü mü chat? Dalgıç.
The cabin looked like a time capsule from the 60s, or even earlier.
Bu kadar da karanlık olmaz ya bu arada. Dışarıdan gelen ışıkla. Oyun güzel oyun arkadaşlar. Hikaye odaklı psikolojik oyunları seviyorsanız tavsiye ederim. Hem de remastered'ı çıkmış. Keyifli. Herhalde evin dışında diye tahmin ediyorum. Bir cızırtı da geliyor ama. Cızırtı su sesiymiş. Yok, radyo.
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. Famous artist, no less. We'll see if we can rope him into an interview later on.
Ha, ismimizi vermedi. Dinleyelim bunu. Remedy bu işleri iyi yapar. Eyvah. Ortaya çıkacağız. Hayır. Ege sadece grafik eklemeleri var gibi duruyor şu anlık. Unuttuysan oyna. Emre, Kaan abi vallahi müsait olursa gelir zaten, ben şimdi onu öyle. Onu özellikle çağırmam herhalde, ayıp olur da. NBA yayını olur. Resident Evil Village oynamadım. Yeni Resident Evil'ları pek sevmiyorum chat ama onların remake'lerini oynamayı düşünüyorum.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
Gerçekten bunu nasıl başaramamış olabilirim? Gerçekten daha yaşlı bir jeneratör göremedim. Feminist, hoş geldin.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here.
Bir saniye chat. Evet, geldim.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
Ne yazıyorduk ki orada? TZBJ. TZBJ, unutmayın chat. Mirheja, hoş geldin. Çok teşekkür ederim.
Alice? Honey?
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
Onur olmayan kedi, hoş geldin 4. aya. Eğleniyor muyuz chat? Keyifli miyiz?
Surprise!
Adam işi unutuyordu ya.
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here, that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice, everyone keeps...
Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists. Maybe...
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Hayvan herif.
God damn it! I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through.
Adam yüzleşemiyor işte. Chat aşırı tepki gösteriyor.
Damn it. Alice? Alice? Alice!
Ya koş lan.
The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out. Alice, I'm coming! It's all right, I'm coming! No! What the hell?
Alan! Help me!
Koşma işini tam beceremedim galiba. Anlamsız eğiliyorum.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Keep going. Wake up.
Alice? Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot. Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either. The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there. Damn.
Allah Allah, kendi kendine. Hiç ya. Ama aracın da bize pek faydası olacak gibi durmuyordu chat.
Hello?
Hello? Is someone there? The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
Allah Allah. Aşırı tatlı bir yürüyüş yapsak olmaz yani. İlla baltalı katil.
The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
Yeah. Kroxes biraz FIFA'ya daldık herhalde. Şimdilik gelmez gibi duruyor.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
Peki yardımcı olacak biri gibi durmuyordu Alan. Sen daha iyi bilirsin ama.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Şimdiden bir ses yürümemiz gerekecek diyor ama. Hadi bakalım. Acaba şuraya bir gitse miydik? Neyse, gerçekçi oynayalım.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident. Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help. Listen,
Deposit.
I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey.
Carl.
Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square. Fair and square.
Adamın üstünden mi yürüdün? Ama görmedim bile. Ne kahve termosuymuş ya. Haydi.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Termos herhalde collectible chat. Bir işe yaradığını sanmıyorum. Okay. Tamam. Bu kadar kızacak bir şey yok sanki.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now and Stuckey would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Anlamıştık zaten göndermeyi. Evet yani.
During your trying it's the latest thing in
Yes.
Selam çakmışlar.
Hello?
Stone. You can see the sight and
Allah.
This is bad.
Okay. Wow. Okay, biz buradan inmeyeceğiz.
The bulldozer had gone over the cliff with the office. I hoped Stucky had suffered the same fate, but I wasn't planning on staying to find out.
Peki.
There were more of them.
Allah'tır. Yanlış toş. Hatırlayacağım. Andrei Rublov hoş geldin. Çok teşekkürler. Mebace onun da 4. ayı.
There were more of them. My head pounded with the concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
Falan böyle işaretler de var ha. Ne gibi bir faydası oldu onun?
The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
Olan. Okay.
Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Demek bunları görürsek böyle supply'lar alabileceğiz. Hemen anladım be chat. Çok çabuk çözdüm gibi. Teşekkürler özet için. Bakacağım. O ışığı kullanabilir miyim? Allah! Ne yapıyorsun lan? Böyle bir özelliğin de mi var? Kullanabilirdik büyük ihtimalle. Orası benzin istasyonu orası. Burası geldiğimiz yer mi? Değil sanırım. Var mı keyifli bir şey? Sayfa bulduk. Okuyalım. Okuyamadık.
Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now she didn't care.
Rose
As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan
kafedeki
was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
Kendin hakkında böyle bir şey de yazmak. Yazmazsın yani. Neler yaptırıyorsun bize? Şu kadını anla artık ya. Orada gördüğüm kadın falan de bari. Karınla tanışmak için sabırsızlanıyorum falan dedi yani.
When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water. Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
Baban editör kullanacakmış Bozbay. Bu cephane mi ya? Chat. Oraya ulaşabilir miyiz? Geri gidip. Ulaşırız. Hadi gidelim. Ya bunun için mi geldim ya?
Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that, not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong.
Teşekkürler özet için. Bunun için mi geldim ya? Cephane vardır diye düşünmüştüm. Neyse Barry gelecek. En azından onu öğrenmiş oldum. Yürüyüşü gördünüz mü? Nettane diye bir müzik eksikti yani. Allah. Kaçtım ya. Ha sen hala olmadın mı ya? Havaya tırmandı. Okay. Ako.
Taken. They're taken.
Bitenler karanlıkla dolu. Ha evet, kontrolü de yapan firma aynı zamanda. Onu da oynamadım. Tamam bulduk onu. Sanki birkaç kişi daha çıkacak gibi burada.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Çok şaşırdım. Demek staircase is broken ha? Eşya sınırına ulaşıldı mı? Pil alırdım bilseydim ya. Bu kadar mermiye ihtiyacımız yoktu. Neyse, sorun yok. Burada parlayan bir termos görüyorum. Kontrole de bakarız, evet. Remedy sevdiğimiz bir dostumuz. Aha, şurada bir şeyler var. Yukarı çıkmadan bir oraya bakalım. Allah. Kaçtım ya. Ya Allah kahretmesin seni. Şu şeyi başlatmamız lazımdı. Olan kahve termosuna oldu chat. Neyse, sorun yok. Şuraya bir çıkıp bakalım ilk önce. Sistem evet 1080 Ti. Çok verimli bir çıkış olmadı bu. Okey, en azından canımız gitmedi. Ha, tamam. Alright.
With all this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
Nasıl başaramıyor olabilirim yani? Okuyalım bakalım. Not.
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
Vay vay vay. Ya Alfred Hitchcock'a gönderme chat ya da Yaşar'a. Of, çok güzel espri yaptım ya. Harika bir espriydi. Sağ olun chat. Güzeldi değil mi ya? Onu kullanmadan şuradaki malzemeleri alalım. Nasıl ya? Ha, sıkmadım ki bunu, doğru. Bir dakika. Bak ya. Aa, delirdin. Peki. Asla işe yaramadı. Tomruk vincini hareket ettir. Kimin niki oluyor bu? Peki bize rahat verecekler mi onun üstünde chat? Ne dersiniz? Böyle bir ihtimal var mı? Aa, verdiler. Peki. Falan. Böyle hiç şüpheli bir şey değil burada radyo olması.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air and what a night.
Arkadaşlar remastered'ın anlamı bu zaten ya. Remake değil yani.
Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. You listeners know I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and who'd keep you company all night long if I weren't? It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure.
Polisi ara oğlum, radyoyu niye arıyorsun?
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him.
Ha, ben arkadaş sandım. Hayvanıymış. Eyvah, köpek boss mu geliyor?
Well, Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
You have a good night now.
Evet, köpek geliyor chat karşımıza. Bu hangi silah ya? Ha. Mermisi mi yok? Fozbaycım çektik ya. Vallahi çok da güzel bölüm oldu.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice. The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Tabii. Eyvah.
In the state. Belly Burster is the best with no contest. Monster Dog is second best.
Boss geliyor. Hadi şimdi gelin sıkıysa. Ha? Gel. Gel ulan. Evet, aim olayı büyük ihtimalle PC'de oynasam, yani mouse'la oynasam daha iyi olur ama. Allah! Tabii arkana bakmazsan. Olsun. Özellikle sıkarken olmaması yoruyor adamı. Crosshair. Aha, orada gördüm şerefsizi. Allah. Of. Üf. Siz beni mi izliyorsunuz lan? Oyunu izlesenize. Adamlara bak ya. Benim suratımı izliyorlar. Hala bitmediniz ha? GGH hoş geldin. Işığa kaçınca onlar da kaçıyor ya. O yüzden kaçmadım. Aha. Aynen kayboluyorlar. Hatırladığım gibi. O yüzden böyle yapamıyoruz.
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place.
GG'ye hoş geldin. Croxes, sen de hoş geldin.
Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
Spoiler yiyoruz ya. Okumasak mı bunları? Protector hoş geldin. Çok teşekkür ederim. Evet, bambuzlandık. Acayip bir şey var sandım ama. Evet, pilleri harcamaya başlayabiliriz. 2'dir pil alamıyoruz. Şimdi boss gelir diye tahmin ediyorum. Nefes sesleri iyi olmuş ya. Taş mı düştü ya orada? Hiç hoş değil. Okay, let's go. Güzel build up yapmışlar ya. Hiç derinleştirmedikleri bir karakter. Hiç tanımıyoruz ama bak nasıl yavaş yavaş yükseltiyorlar. İşte game design be hocam. İşte game design. Bah. Burada ışık yok galiba. Açamayız kesin bu kapıyı. Aa, açtık. Şaşkınım. Neyi kullandım acaba? Bir şey kullandım ama. Şaşırdım. Ha. Evet, geldi bu sahne. Şimdi burası benzinlik değil galiba, daha gelmedik.
Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference,
Keyfimiz yerinde mi chat?
Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and
Benim
I'm
de
glad
içim
so
gülüyor ya.
many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk.
Ya remastered demek bu demek ya arkadaşlar, remake değil ki.
Against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality. Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. Night Springs.
İnanılmaz. Harikaydı. Worth it. Worth it. Çok iyiydi chat.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
Yok vallahi izlemedim Major'u. Ona mı göndermeydi? Duydum ismini de. Evet. Gelin bakalım. Aha geldi Staki. Of. Işık yok muydu buralarda ya?
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come.
Ercüment abi hoş geldin.
The lights of the gas station alive.
Senden özendim. Remastered'ı çıkmış. Çok güzel vallahi ya. Şöyle bir dedim tekrar yad edelim. Evet abi yani remake yapsalar daha iyiydi ama bayağı grafikleri cilalamışlar 50 liraya. Dedim worth it yani.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Aynı yorumu başkası yapınca kardeşim remaster bu ne bekliyorsunuz dendi. Asla hiçbir zaman kibarlığımı bozmadım chat. Herkese aynı kibarlıkta cevap veriyorum. Ama Ercüment abi tabii ki daha da kibar cevap vereceğim yani bir zahmet.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
Herhalde
He spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Çoktan bırakmıştım böyle bir kitap okuyor olsam.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
Aha kahve termosu. Kahve termosu bulduk chat. Bir tane kaçırdık galiba orada ya. Ölünce tekrar almadım onu. Belki de saymıştır ama.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
Burayı okumuştuk.
I'll keep writing. Outside there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her, I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Eyvah. Yani losing my mind demeyelim de biraz aklımız karıştı diyelim be. Alan Wake'cim ha. Bak Alan Wake diye Nilkara İbrahimgil Layer'la esprisi. Bak Pelin'e diye şarkısı vardır. Bak Alan Wake'e yaptım onu. Neden? Çünkü Nilkara İbrahimgil güzellemesi olumlaması yaptım değil mi? Çok layer'lı bir şakaydı.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay?
Önce bir hastaneye mi götürsen adamı acaba?
The guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me.
Bayağı spoiler yiyoruz ya.
With Alice.
Çok iyi şakaydı Efekan. Yani bayağı iyiydi. Nerede? Görevi yok. Wow. Nasıl olur?